Oreo Express, where truth don't hide and we don't second guess. Unapologetic, we're bold and we're loud, shining light on the left shady crowd. Oreo Express, rolling down the track, exposing the lies, ain't no turning back. Conservative fire, we're speaking the truth. At Oreo Express, this one's for you. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express, let's roll, let's go. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express.
You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. You know, I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets.
I'm interrupting this commercial to do something I've never done before. Get 2 MyPillows absolutely free on orders of $100 or more. I can't do this forever, so get on board with this great sale today. Our best-selling 6-piece bath towel sets or kitchen towel sets, just $29.98. Our famous standard MyPillows only $14.98. Queens $18.98. King size only $1 more. Body pillows $29.98. Multi-use MyPillow 2.0s with pillowcase $9.98. Save $40 on our Spring Percale and Giza Dream bedsheet sets. Any size, any color. So go to MyPillow.com or call that number on your screen. Use your promo code to save up to 80% on all MyPillow products. And when you spend $100 or more, get 2 standard MyPillows absolutely free.
That's right. Absolutely free. Head over to MyPillow.com, guys. Use promo code Oreo. Support an America First company, a patriot company, and you're helping us out at the same time. We are honored to have a partnership with MyPillow. So MyPillow.com, promo code Oreo, guys. Happy afternoon. Now, show number 2 today. I just want to say I see M. Buffy in the chat, and we've been looking for you. We put out a search and rescue team. You won the other day on our raffle. So if you would please email me your information, your address, and I will get that shipped out to you tomorrow. Congratulations on the win. You had me a little nervous. We did have somebody like 18, probably like a year and a half ago. They got in, they won the raffle, and I even went back and looked at the comments. I'm like, this person hasn't been in the chat, but like one other time before. And they were just donated, but they end up won, and we never were able to send them their stuff. So, M. Buffy, you are that winner. And if you would just send me your address, I will get that shipped out tomorrow. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, but before that, let me get into the chats. Cindy, hello. How are you doing, Cindy? Darlene's in the house over there. Let's see who else is in here. Trina, hello. Pixie, Sugar Bear, Texas Bigfoot, Nola. Hunter's in the house. Real sweet. Let me get down to the bottom here. I'm going to skip some of you. JH Candy Bar, Kimber, Matt, First Amendment Media, Dylan, hello. Let's see. Karen's in the house. Gold Card Karen is in the house. Thank you all. And a shout out to Karen for donating yesterday. Thank you for helping us out. It means the world. Patriot Roy, hello. How are you doing over there? Thank you guys for being with us. We're kind of scattered in the second show. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, but we're going to move back and forth. Today's topics, some things going on, and get all that covered. And then we get church tonight. So it's going to be an incredible evening. Just to let you guys know, it's kind of interesting. And I don't even like talking about it before I show this video. This morning, Caden has these summer fun classes. It's only 2 days a week, and it's only from 8 to 10, but he absolutely loves it. And so this is Superheroes Week. So what they did is I think what it was made out of is Monday he comes home with a cape that he got to use fabric paint on. So this morning when Rachel was getting ready to drop him off, he goes, "Dad, I got my cape on." And I was like, "Oh yeah." He goes, "It's superhero week." And he starts running down the hallway. I mean, this kid does not lack energy. He does not stop talking. And I'm not talking. I have 2 other kids. I've been around kids. I've coached soccer. I did the whole PTA thing. He likes to talk, and he was just going 100 miles an hour. And Rachel's like, "I can't wait to get him to class." I was like, man, I feel bad for that teacher. But that was some exciting stuff. Now, this isn't so exciting, what I'm going to show you right now. Over the last, I'm going to say 7 to 9 days, I have seen multiple stories like this. There was just one out of Bakersfield, but watch this right here. This is not good, folks. Be aware, look around, take a look.
Pretty hard.
It's not running. Let's break it. Let's break it.
Use a pad. It's not
Yeah, I got it. You want me to break or you got it? Hey, kitties. Hey. Oh, 4 entry to the car. Hey, buddy. It's okay. Hey. Yeah. It's okay, baby. It's okay. Oh, you're hot. Come here. It's okay. L4, they are. There's some water for you. Yeah. It's okay.
It was kind of panty.
Yeah, we got somebody check them out.
Go find some AC.
It's okay, baby. It's okay, baby.
And that was at 12:24 they entered.
And that was approximately about 12:24 when they entered the mall.
10-4.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, they have him on camera getting out. He left the car at 12:24, so they've been in there the whole time.
12:24.
Yeah, and we got here probably at 1:03. Take a seat.
That's just scary. Luckily, those kids are alive. I watched on my morning news this morning. I think it was a story out of Bakersfield where a mother left her kids in the vehicle to go get I believe it was her Botox injection, and one of the children died, and the other, she's now facing criminal charges. She's behind bars. The other was put into state custody. And people just need to just wake up a little, because what people don't realize is the mother, it's not right to leave your kids in the car. Like, I mean, as they get older, it's one thing. They can open the doors, they can do stuff. But these young children, the mother in Bakersfield left the car running with the AC on. These newer cars will automatically shut off after they're sitting there idling for a while. It's a pain in the ass. I know we did it when we were traveling, when we're working the border. I start the car, we got the air on, it's 118 outside, and then we walk away from the car, and I come back and the car's off and the car's hot. So I guess this car shut off after 1 hour. The child died, and you have to live with that for the rest of your life. And it's just stupid, man. It's just stupid. I feel for these kids. Another thing I wanted to go to is CNN. I just love this. They act like they have some type of professional on here. Instead, they get kind of a Hollywood D-lister, Bill Nye, the science guy, who is not a scientist. Take a listen to this. This kind of cracks me up.
That you were receiving a lot of the HHS Secretary Robert Kennedy Jr. Trying to convince you the science of connecting autism to vaccines, which you can tell me about the science there, to the point where you had to block him?
Well, I mean, you guys, everybody, texts take up your phone time. He was relentless, page after page after page. So I just told him he's confused causation with correlation. The same old problem. Just because somebody got a vaccination and then somebody else got autism doesn't mean one caused the other. This is science. This is a long time. So that is Mr. Kennedy's views have been debunked up.
Been debunked. It's kind of interesting they say that when we realize that there's been no studies on this. They want you to believe that it doesn't cause autism. I used to think, something's causing it, right? I'm not saying it's vaccine, but something's obviously causing it. There wasn't this issue with, like one, and I think in California it's really low. But when I was a kid, I don't remember anybody having autism. Just didn't happen. So is it pesticides? Well, we haven't investigated that. We don't want to investigate that. It's almost like we want to create a society that's dependent on the taxpayer. And if you keep having these children that can't function, well, there you go. But Bill Nye, who's not a scientist, bragging about blocking RFK Jr., which is RFK Jr. is doing an incredible job. We keep seeing more and more of what he's doing. We have more and more each week, and we covered it last week. More and more big, large manufacturers, Nestle and all these other manufacturers taking out these artificial food dyes, these poisons out of our food, and doing it pretty quick into the administration. And CNN's job is to make RFK Jr. Look QAnon, as they would call it. And again, all I want people to do is care about our kids, ask questions like the obesity rate. Another thing I want to bring up, and let me see if I can pull it up really quick. I wasn't thinking about talking about this, but I had this conversation last night. And unfortunately, hold on, this thing. Unfortunately, there's a lot of health effects on our younger generation now. I see kids with insulin pumps all the time that are not unhealthy, like overweight. Used to, when you heard about diabetes, you heard about people being overweight, not exercising, eating horrible. Now you have kids that literally are perfectly what you would call fit, but they have a diabetes pump. And Barbie came out with, was it Barbie or Mattel? Hold on. Let me see. And I seen a lot of people kind of calling this woke or things like that. And I'm just going to go against him. I don't feel that way. So here's a news article, and this is what I want to show you right here. Barbie is launching its first doll with type 1 diabetes, the iconic toy brand announced. The new doll features continuous glucose monitor and insulin pump, two medical devices that people use, carry, and wear when they have type 1 diabetes. Now, if I had a daughter that had type 1 diabetes, I would get her this doll. I don't think this is like the LGBT form of a doll or some of the other woke stuff we've seen. And it's sad that we've came to this point where for 30 years, we haven't asked no questions. Just trust the science. Okay, what's the science behind it? Is this the same science that told me to get an experimental jab that causes myocarditis? Is this the same science that said to social distance and not to enjoy my family at family gatherings? Is this the same science that said I shouldn't go to church? Help me out with this science, right? And what we're seeing here is, CNN and all these other groups. And again, you know what sucks is the effects are long. We won't see the effects from food dyes and other stuff for a long time. Now, I'll tell you, I have ADD. I've had it my whole life. I think you guys could tell. I'm pretty quick. I'm always going. And I would say my older son had it, and I would say Caden has it too. I don't take medicines for it. I never have. I was going to one time in my life when I was reading up to it, but I actually thought it was a benefit, an advantage for me. And, you know, for a long time they were saying, well, you know, the diet can help with a lot of this. Take out food coloring, take out red dyes. We've done all that at my house. And I can tell you right now, it hasn't made a difference in Caden. I haven't noticed it make a difference in me. But there are some things out there that you just want to stay away from. And it would be nice if we knew a little bit more about the vaccines, right? You can't sue them if it does cause something. We have VAERS, the reporting system, and there was hundreds of thousands of reports of death. We never investigated them. And I just think that's just crazy. And Texas Bigfoot, thank you so much for donating a subscription. And if you guys donated yesterday, I want to apologize. I seen Texas Bigfoot donate that. But yesterday I was reading here and it would give me a text, but it wouldn't show me that somebody bought a subscription. So if in the second show you bought a subscription, thank you very much. We appreciate it. But we'll find out. We'll find out. That's just CNN. Next on the horizon, I got two videos. One of them overlaps. But the jihadist supporters were out near the JFK tram in Queens. And it was interesting. You know, they're chanting, shut it down. And people are absolutely sick and tired of these protesters. It's just like BLM. Go back to your, I didn't say it, Pixie. Go back to your basement. Go sit there and live your miserable life. Take a look at this. This was from Freedom News TV. I want to show you this.
Intifada, 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 Intifada. Long live the Intifada. Long live the Intifada. Intifada, Intifada. Intifada, Intifada. Don't lie the Intifada. Don't lie the Intifada. Free Palestine. Our fathers, sons, and daughters. All our fathers, sons, and daughters. We will honor all our martyrs. We will honor all our martyrs. All our mothers, sisters, daughters. All our brothers, sisters, daughters. We are all Palestinians. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Occupation no more. Louder. Shut it down. Louder. Shut it down. Louder. Shut it down. Louder. Shut it down. Shut it down.
Shut it down. They actually had to issue a travel advisory. This one said protesters are rallying at JFK's airport AirTrain Jamaica station in response to allegations that the U.S. is shipping over 22,000 pounds of weapons to support Israel out of JFK this afternoon. The event prompted JFK airport officials to issue a travel advisory warning of possible disruptions. Limiting access to the AirTrain restricted to ticketed passengers, employees, and those with valid business at the airport. Travelers are urged to arrive early. The flyer that was circulating online called for autonomous action. Now take a look at this one. I think it's this one. No, so check this out. They were blocking some stuff off. And it was people were trying to get in, and it said air train disruption as access limited to ticketed airline passengers and employees. And then this happened out there. This is take a look here.
PD not know what to do. You guys are standing right there, and you leave it up to a journalist to go and hold their head.
So some people were saying that Another victim of the jihadists. And then check this out. There was a lot of people, again, as I said at the beginning, that are sick and tired of this, guys. Just frustrated with it all together. Take a look.
You're chanting to kill Jews! You're chanting to kill Jews like myself! What is wrong with you, you anti-Semitic freaks?
You guys don't talk now? You guys don't talk now. What do the police have to do with it? What do the police have to do with it? Oh, now you guys speak. Fuck you all. Yeah, shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Free Palestine.
Show your faces if you're proud of what you're saying, guys. Why are you hiding your faces?
That's funny. Last time I asked why somebody was hiding their face, they came after and assaulted me and my family while I was in my car.
I saw it already. Let me get you double chin. Let me get you double chin. Let me get it. Watch out. I know how to read. I'm not touching anybody. I'm not touching it. What happened? You don't want me to see your ugly face? I can read. Why can't I see your ugly face? Why can't I see your ugly face? Why can't I see your ugly fucking faces? Why can't I see your ugly fucking faces? You're mad at us? Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it. You can put lipstick on a pig, but you're all still fucking pigs.
So as you can see, a lot of the people there not really receptive to these jihadists and jihadist supporters, which is kind of refreshing. At first, everybody was scared to say anything, and you would be canceled, the typical left-wing cancel culture, and it just didn't work. Once again, just like BLM, Black Lives Matter, it worked for like 2 years, and then people were done with it once they realized how much it cost the cities, how much destruction was done, the billions of dollars in destruction. It's just crazy. I just wanted to play this one. I thought it was funny. Senator Kennedy once again read an X post to somebody who was brought in to, I guess you could call it testify. And just listen to this exchange. You got to love it. He ends up calling him a whack job. And when it's coming from Senator Kennedy, for some reason, it's just a little bit more funnier.
Mr. Painter, do you think Senator Gillibrand is a crook?
No, and I do not think all politicians are crooks.
And why did you call her a crook?
I did not call her a crook. Now, Senator, you need to focus on this bill. You're doing this again. You did it the last hearing. You need to read the bill.
Role in stablecoin regulation, $217,000 in crypto donations. You tweeted that.
Yes, I do.
And then you said, the crypto industry is buying Congress and the White House. This won't end well. Why do you think the crypto industry is buying Senator Gillibrand?
I said, look at the campaign contributions from this industry.
You think they've bought her?
No, I said, look at the campaign
you
contributions.
Said they bought her. Do you think they bought her?
Senator, you need to focus on this bill instead of trying to distort my Twitter.
Last time, one of my
you
colleagues
were quoting
a crook,
what a Marxist in Chicago said about
what evidence do you have that she's a crook?
I said there is massive amount of campaign contributions coming into this Congress from the crypto industry.
Do you want to apologize to Senator Gillibrand?
I do not want you to have to apologize for passing legislation
Do you want to
that
apologize
destroys
to
our
Senator
economy.
Gillibrand for calling
You are distorting what I said, just like you did in the last hearing. You're wasting everybody's time, Senator.
You're a whack job.
Senator, you are
a
wasting.
Well, I think we are
next
I
level
think we
whack job.
Oh, you gotta, I just love it. Whenever I see a video, I know it's going to be good with that gentleman in it. Just calls it out.
Don't talk about.
Speaking of whack jobs, I just, and the uneducated. First off, old Uncle Bill and Mom X Swift gifted a subscription. Thank you guys so much. Before we move on, remember, it is the beginning of the month. We're trying to get the data bills, phone bills, lights paid. And we are 100% viewer funded. So if you'd like to help us out, we appreciate it. You can go to Venmo at Oreo Josh, Cash App, $ Oreo Army, GiveSendGo.com/Oreo 2024. And if you do online or mobile banking and want to do a Zelle transfer, we have our Zelle link on our website. Our website is theoreoexpress.com. And on our homepage, if you scroll down a little, there's a donate now button. And again, you guys make all this possible. And I want to say thank you for the blessings. You know, I was thinking about this. I don't know how many people in Texas are in here right now. I know we got Texas Bigfoot. I don't see Bandit One right now. He's polishing one of his 19 cars. But people like to give me a hard time from Texas when I'm in California. Now, we got some stupid politicians in California, but I'm sorry. I think Texas takes the cake on this. And just let me show you.
Democrats, just to be clear. I mean, obviously anyone can be a criminal, but it is MAGA. It's specifically MAGA faction. Like, I don't think traditional Republicans are getting engaged in all of this, but like, even when we look at, and they don't talk about the assassination attempts anymore that took place with Donald Trump, but these were Trump supporters, right? As well as this most recent situation, they tried to flip it and say, oh, the leftists are, I'm like, this doesn't even make sense, right? But it's only like MAGA that does this. And violence doesn't come from Democrats.
And violence doesn't come from Democrats. And now these people that tried to kill President Donald Trump were MAGA supporters. Make America great again, right? That's what they were. This is the definition of ignorance, insanity, and stupidity all at the same time. We just had two separate law enforcement officers shot on an attack on ICE facilities, two different ICE facilities. It's Democrats that are encouraging these violent riots in the streets, just like they did in 2020 when ignorant folks like this ghetto, almost got me again, Pixie, like this ghetto person, when you're calling federal law enforcement Nazis, encouraging people to take it to the streets and be ready to fight. Please show me where MAGA's been violent. Please, I'm out there. I know all the things you said MAGA was violent for. I remember being there. And defending yourself against communist cucks is not violence. That is our right, and we will continue to do it, whether it's curb stomping somebody or doing something else to protect ourselves. Oh, well. But the violence is coming from the left, the Democrat Party. Even when they've been asked to tone down their rhetoric, they double down. It's just insane. But so all you Texas folks,
I mean, obviously anyone.
Man, I don't know. California's looking good this time of year. Now, I just wanted to post this or bring this up really quick. I'm not a fan of this guy. I don't know how some of you are or think he was like cheerleaded for this guy. George Santos put this post up. And it's making its rounds, so I thought it was worthy of a little news coverage. It says, I'm heading to prison. Folks, I need you to hear this out loud. I'm not suicidal. I'm not depressed. I have no intentions of harming myself, and I will not willingly engage in any sexual activity while I'm in there. If anything comes out suggesting otherwise, consider it a lie. Full stop. The statistics around what happens to gay men in BOP custody are horrifying. And that's exactly why I'm putting this out there now. So if something does happen, there's no confusion. I did not kill myself. Now, I'm sure George Santos is really scared about going in there. Again, this guy was a fake, phony, and a fraud from the beginning. He got elected. Good for him. But I almost feel like, and people will disagree with me, he kind of used MAGA as a way to get away with what he did. And now I don't know how long he'll serve. I think he's got a 7-year sentence. And he was making his rounds today on social media. And I don't know how many people in here are not white, but if you're not white, you can apply for Democrat Senator Ed Markey. He's looking to hire interns, but he prefers if you're not white or straight. You can't make this up. Take a look at his post. I'm hiring self-motivated and eager interns for fall of 2025 in my Boston office. BIPOC, LGBTQ+, working class, and other underrepresented candidates with Massachusetts ties are encouraged to apply. Applications due Friday, August 8th. You know, this is, it's funny, the party that always screams discrimination are the ones that actively do it. Why not just say open to all candidates? Because it's not. Again, they got to build that framework. Look at me. I'm such a good person. I got a black person. I got a brown trans person here. There's just so much diversity in my office. Well, again, that is discriminatory. You hire who you want, but I promise you, if a business came out and said, we are hiring self-motivated and eager cooks to apply at Waffle House, white, Christian, and well-educated, and other great people with California ties are encouraged to apply. There would be a damn outrage. But again, we talked about it in the first show, the base of the Democrat Party. They've went so far left. They're not at communism yet. They're working on it. And it's just, I think the Democrat Party is in such a shambles right now that they are trying to do what the Republicans did. And MAGA took over the GOP, but for a good way and a good reason. We wanted to actually have conservative values, conservative beliefs. I mean, you know, how long has it been since GOP just continued funding Planned Parenthood? It took MAGA to get involved. It took MAGA to take over the party. How about the border? Took MAGA. So I have a feeling we're going to see a very wild midterm. I'm not even lying. Like you might see like campaign kickoffs at drag shows. Check this one. This is from Libs of TikTok. And it says a guidance counselor, Susan Gizzy Richmond, a guidance counselor for the Warren County School District in Pennsylvania, made a post online hoping that Mexican cartels would take care of President Trump. This person gets paid for with our tax dollars. I wouldn't want this person teaching my kids. And Libs of TikTok reached out to the district and superintendent of Warren County School District, and they did not return comment. Take a look at the person. I just tell you that already. Take a look. Doesn't take much. I was hoping the Mexican cartel would take care of him. Let me take this off the screen really quick. You can see that on the bottom. Man, these people are beyond crazy. I've been a diehard conservative for a long time. You've never, and I say what some people say, I'm edgy, or I wouldn't talk like, never asked for something that is designated as a terrorist group to assassinate the president of my country. It's just not good for the country, whether it's Barack Obama or Joe Biden. I wouldn't call for that, but that's the difference. Again, these people run strictly off emotion, That's why you notice people that were on their side that jump over to the conservative side many times still run 100% off emotion. You see it with Elon Musk. He was a leftist before he started waking up to some of the wokeness and the DEI crap, but he still has that emotional attachment. It's just insane. Good news for some. Again, the Trump administration, more and more wins. Again, we voted to stop the mutilation of our young children. And this one here was Libs of TikTok, and they put this up there. It says, the largest provider of gender-affirming care to kids in the U.S. announced they are shutting down the entire clinic effective July 22nd, 2025. And this is from Children's Hospital, Los Angeles. It says Center for TransYouth Health and Development. And it says, for more than 30 years, Children's Hospital Los Angeles have provided high quality, and listen to this, evidence-based, medically essential care for transgender and gender diverse youth, young adults, and their families. CHLA is immensely proud of this legacy of caring for young people on the path of achieving their authentic selves. Despite this deeply held commitment to supporting LA's gender diverse community, the hospital has been left with no viable path forward except to close the Center for TransYouth Health and Development effective July 22nd, 2025. Again, what they do to these children is absolutely disgusting. They ruin these children for the rest of their lives because they either have gender dysphoria or something else. And they take advantage of these kids. I think that's great. Even NBC News put this up here. NBC News states, the Center for TransYouth Health and Development at Children's Hospital Los Angeles will be closing in response to the Trump administration's threat to cut federal funds to places that offer gender-affirming care to minors. Again, what you do as an adult is your thing. I don't think tax dollars should go to an adult who wants to cut off a functional body part. But again, different strokes for different folks. Leave our kids alone. Get them the help they actually need, there is some good news going around, and we always got to share some good news. Yesterday, in coordination, this is from FBI Director Kash Patel, says yesterday, in coordination with our international partners, Zhu Ziwei, say that a couple times fast, was arrested in Italy. Let me put this up on the board here. It says Zhu is accused of hacking U.S. universities and stealing critical COVID-19 research on behalf of the Chinese Communist Party. The CCP's relentless attack on our institutions will not go unanswered. The FBI will shut down those who threaten our national security wherever they hide. So we didn't see it. We see this quite a bit. These big takedowns, these places that are doing Medicare fraud and Medicaid fraud and everything else. And it's just good to see because we're not seeing it. We didn't see it for 4 years. Another thing is, let's talk about this. Check that out. The new jobs report is American-born workers. People born here in the United States have gained 2 million jobs since January, while foreign-born workers have lost over 500,000 jobs. This is what I voted for. It was completely the opposite under the Biden administration. A good percentage of the jobs went to who? Foreign-born people. Take a listen to this.
Seems down on illegal immigration seems to be showing up in the jobs data. It's a point that the White House is making. Here's what they said about the latest jobs report. It shows that American-born workers have accounted for all of the job gains since President Trump took office and wages continue to rise. So here are the numbers that they're talking about. Foreign-born employment has fallen by 543,000 since January when President Trump took office. Native-born or U.S.-born jobs have increased by more than 2 million since the month Trump started his second.
Now, I'm an American nationalist. I love this. I think it's absolutely incredible. And not just that, I don't know if you guys seen the inflation now down to 1.6. It continues to fall, even though Jerome Powell and everybody else have been telling you inflation's rising, everything else. I want you to listen to the NEC director, Kevin Hassett. Because, again, Jerome Powell refuses to lower the interest rates. Trump's called for him to resign. A lot of Americans have called for him to resign. He is in there as a political pawn for the Democrats. He's trying to destroy what Trump is doing because he knows by lowering those interest rates, that it's going to help our economy. It's going to boost investment. It's going to do a lot of things. Other countries have done it. That's what it's done for them. And there's practically no inflation.
Going down for imported goods. It's because I just would disagree with the premise of your question in the following sense. Economist, Harvard-trained economist Steve Myron, the CEA chair who put out the report today, who understood all along that the tariff story that it's going to cause inflation is not true. And to be fair, I've been on Fox and other networks all the way since January 20th explaining why the tariffs are not going to cause inflation. And now it's in the data that they're not causing inflation. In fact, import prices are going down. So inflation right now is lower than it's been by every measure in more than 4 years. And tariff revenue is through the roof. And so things are working that way. And then let's talk about the economics of why. First, they're working that way because the foreign people who've been dumping products into our country forever and ever have been doing that regardless of other conditions because they're creating jobs, say, in China by selling stuff to the U.S. And so and President Trump's intuition is we could put a tariff on them and they'll just eat the cost. And that's what we're seeing. But the second thing that we're seeing is, so why is it that prices are even going down for imported goods? It's because President Trump has highlighted how important it is for all of us to believe in an America First agenda. And America First means that if you buy American products, then you're helping yourself by getting a better product, but you're also helping American communities for the people who make those products. And so I think that the demand for imported goods has gone down because the president has convinced people of the benefits of buying American.
Yeah, and as soon as we can get there was a rumor going around, and I'll just tell you, if you hear it, it's 100% clickbait, that Jerome Powell was going to announce his resignation. Jerome Powell is not going to announce his resignation unless things get really bad. Maybe if the investigation into Congress starts going, if they actually do their job. But again, he's there to sabotage the Trump administration. It's what he's been doing, and it's really unfortunate. But again, good stuff. And I thought this was interesting. On the first show, we discussed how the FBI launched a criminal investigation into former FBI director James Comey, and also CIA director John Brennan. They said they have a lot of evidence, especially between the Russia hoax, Russia, and the way the investigation went on, how it was a partisan investigation. And it looks like John Brennan responded on MSNBC. And I just want you to listen to this garbage really quick.
Investigation that people will be questioned. I would be questioned about it. But again, I've had no contact from them. But again, I testified in front of many, many congressional committees in the House and the Senate. And I continue to explain exactly what we did during this process, why we tried to make sure we stayed true to our intelligence responsibilities and that we were not going to do anything at all to try to interfere in that election. And again, it was a challenging time, but also one I think that the people who actually worked this, both in terms of trying to collect intelligence prior to the election and then the ones who put together the intelligence community assessment, they really, I think, showed the best of what the intelligence community and what CIA is made of. So again, I am clueless about what it is exactly that they may be investigating me for.
I think you're going to find out. And again, I don't know if there'll ever be a conclusion to it. A lot of times we love to investigate, say, hey, they did it, here's the proof, but nobody's going to jail. So we're going to get into some immigration enforcement and some other things. This video came out a couple hours ago out of San Francisco. I wish I could have been there. And again, I just want people to know, especially the libtards watching. If you get in front of a vehicle, they have a gas pedal on the right. You don't have a right to block them, especially our law enforcement. They have a job to do. And when you do, don't go crying to mommy or crying to everybody saying they're racist or something else. It doesn't matter where you're at, what state you're in. You don't block traffic. Take a look at this.
Yeah, and the problem is someone's going to get run over. In front of the cars. Oh my God, they're running over the people in the cars.
Get out of the road.
I do. Yeah, and the problem is someone's going to get run over. Wow, someone's hanging off the car. Oh my God. Oh God. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. No, man, this is just, and the cops are there.
Now, I would pick that person up off the ground. I would arrest them for obstruction, disorderly conduct. I would give them a list of things to do. Until we start doing that, again, this is all from Democrats saying, get out in the streets. We played that city council meeting from West Hollywood today where the mayor was talking about she's thrilled that protesters are outside of hotels, keeping everybody awake at night. It's just insanity. Here's another one, I believe, from the ground. Let's take a
What are you doing?
Oh,
What do y'all think about that, man? Insanity. Mom X Swift, thank you for gifting a subscription to the Oreo Express. We appreciate that. That was to PJBM. Give Mom X Swift a shout out there. Thank you. These people just need to be arrested, held in jail, let them post bail, let them go through the process, hopefully federal charges, so we're not dealing with some San Francisco judge that's just like, oh, wow, we'll just drop the charges. It's just crazy. And we talked about the ambush that happened on ICE agents. There was some more information released. I want to show you two different stories here. This is one of the criminals tied to the ambush on Texas ICE facility was a green card holder under the Biden administration and a prior DACA recipient. Man, so literally had everything going for them, and wouldn't have been deported. And now that deportation will go in express lane service. I like that. And, we told you they charged 10 people. An 11th person has now had an arrest warrant issued. in connection with that ambush. Let me pull this up right here. Take a
warrant.
listen.
The counts mirror District of Texas. Great to have you with us today. Obviously, this is a case that has gripped the attention of this country with these ICE agents under assault and attack. Tell us a little bit about this case, where it stands now, and the charges that you are bringing against these individuals. Good afternoon, Martha. Just moments ago, we just charged an additional suspect named Benjamin Song with 6 counts in a federal complaint and have issued an arrest warrant. The counts mirror exactly what we charged the other individuals in the first complaint, which is 3 counts of attempted murder of a law enforcement officer, as well as 3 related gun offenses. Of course, he is facing up to life in prison. Just a little bit of background on him. Mr. Song was a former Marine reservist. He was other than honorably discharged from that service in 2016.
So in terms of these charges, and you know, when we look at this, you have to ask the question about whether or not this is a domestic terrorist group based on their collaboration, and whether there is a potential for expanding these charges to include conspiracy to kill federal officers. Can you tell me if you're considering expanding these charges in either of those directions?
Well, the case is still under investigation, as you can well imagine. For instance, we just leveled new charges against another suspect. We are looking at all aspects, but according to the complaint, these individuals are charged under an aiding and abetting theory, which is probably the broadest theory of criminal liability that there is.
So this individual that you just mentioned, Mr. Song, is he in custody?
No, Mr. Song is at large, and we certainly would like to have any information from the public that we could if they know his whereabouts, and they would dial 1-800-CALL-FBI. But I do caution you that Mr. Song is presumed to be armed and dangerous. Obviously, you can come to that conclusion based on the nature of the offense, but also, Martha, because he is responsible for at least the purchase of 4 of the firearms, 2 of the AR-style rifles that were found abandoned on the scene.
Do you believe there's any connection to what happened in McAllen? Is there anything on the social media that shows coordination in those 2 attacks?
Well, we don't have any information to share about that at this time, but of course the investigation is continuing.
All right. Nancy Larson, good luck with your investigation. Thank you very much for sharing what you could so far. And
just insane, guys. This is,
we'll
again,
be following.
I wonder if Jasmine Crockett's discussing this right now, because, again, these are radical factions of the Democrat Party. I'm sorry. And I know people say, oh, well, not all Democrats. I'm sorry. If you're still voting for this, if you're still supporting this, you haven't changed to independent, that's on you. That's on you. I don't care about how your family raised you or what you think that the Democrat Party represents. There's a time to pack up and go. And that time was long ago. And again, people got upset. We said before, how can a Democrat be a true Christian? And I mean, they're the party that literally represents murder. They campaign on abortion. In evil ways, they're literally suing. They have judges issuing orders because they want to fund Planned Parenthood. And again, I'm not bashing anybody. Maybe they haven't realized it yet, but I just think it's long overdue. Check this out. This was something that was released. This is the same incident. It says new images show the husband of one of the suspects accused of ambushing ICE officers at the Prairie Land Detention Facility carrying boxes to a car after his wife allegedly called him from jail to get him to hide evidence, per the court documents. One of the boxes the cops found in the car contained a handwritten training, tactics, and planning documents for civil unrest with anti-law enforcement, anti-government, and anti-Trump sentiments. And there's a couple. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but if you look right there, there's the picture of him picking all that up and loading it up. And then there's another one here with some of this again, very dangerous for law enforcement, very dangerous to the people around. Today, Peter Doocy also asked Donald Trump about, and we've showed you Scott Wiener, Padilla, Rep. Dan Goldman, all these people saying they want to demask ICE, that they want to take the masks off ICE so that they can be doxxed, so that they don't feel safe doing their job when they're out there doing what they're paid to do, which is enforcing federal immigration laws. Take a look at this right here, this question from Peter Doocy. I'm going to pull it up on the screen here and take a listen to this.
Subject. Two Democratic senators now, Cory Booker and Alex Padilla, have a new bill out. They want to require CBP and ICE officers to have legible IDs, and they don't want CBP or ICE officers covering their faces. Would you ever sign that?
Well, they wouldn't be saying that if they didn't hate our country, and they obviously do. I'm surprised that they would do it, knowing a little bit about them. I don't know them well, but these officers are doing a tremendous job. They're great patriots. If you expose them because of statements like have been made by Democrats and others on the left, usually, mostly, I think probably exclusively, you put them in great danger, tremendous danger. And it's sort of funny when people picket in front of Columbia, in front of Harvard, and they have masks on, more than masks. I mean, you can't see anything. Nobody complains about that. But when a patriot who works for ICE or Border Patrol puts a mask on so that they won't recognize him and his family, so they can lead a little bit of a normal life after having worked so hard and so dangerously, there's a problem with that. So they have this is the problem with the Democrats. They have a lot of bad things going on in their heads. They've really become they've lost their confidence, number one, and they've become somewhat deranged.
I would have to agree with Trump on that. Somewhat deranged. I think massively deranged. Now, earlier today, we covered the Diocese of San Bernardino. And of course, Gavin Newsom isn't in the state of California right now, but his hypocrisy was shining through. And so what this was the Bishop Rojas of San Bernardino has dispensed his diocese from the obligation to attend Sunday Mass due to ongoing ICE raids. So this Catholic Church is saying you don't have to come to Mass. We understand there's ICE raids going on. With that, Gavin Newsom, and this is hilarious. Like, if you haven't had a good laugh today, now's the time. Let me see if this one will show you. This is Gavin Newsom when he retweeted that. So here's the letter from the diocese. And Gavin Newsom says, freedom of religion, not in Donald Trump's America. People now have to choose between their faith and their freedom. Now, we covered California extensively during the lockdowns, and so much so that we even covered multiple lawsuits against Gavin Newsom that he lost. Judge orders Gavin Newsom to pay $1.35 million for discriminatory church lockdowns. Who remembers that? Who remembers that? You can't make this stuff up. It's all political theater. He shut down businesses. He shut down churches. He kept porn stars open, liquor stores open. He was wining and dining with no mask at a nice winery while the rest of us were left to, what was it at that time? If you could go to a restaurant, you had to wear a mask until you sat down. Remember that? Talk about freedom of religion. Shut down churches. One of the churches, Adventure Church, was one that didn't shut down. They did the 2 weeks to slow the spread because, hey, you know what? This could be serious, and realized We need our people back in church. They were fined. They were attacked by Gavin Newsom's left-wing puppets, mainly the alphabet cult community. And he's sitting here telling you that in Donald Trump's America, you can't make this up, folks. In Donald Trump's America, their freedom of religion, not in Donald Trump's America. These people still have freedom of religion. But once again, if you are in the country illegally, it doesn't matter if you're going to 7-Eleven for their birthday for a free Slurpee and a tongue tattoo on 7-Eleven. If immigrations, customs enforcement, anybody in the law enforcement comes up to you, they can arrest you, detain you, and put you in removal proceedings. That's what our federal government is put it out enough. That is the law. I understand people might not like the law. Whatever your ideology is or anything else, that's the law. And if you're a Democrat, you had the House, the Senate, and the presidency, and you did nothing because you wanted to use this as one of your talking points because you have nothing else to run on. Again, Democrats have stood up so much more for illegal aliens than they ever had American citizens, more than they've ever had for veterans, and Americans see through it and they're tired of the BS. But I thought that was great. That was comical because he's getting ratioed pretty big on that. And we told you he was in South Carolina today. We covered some of his video in the first show. If you guys missed that, go check it out. Well, he got a warm welcome today. This was some of his welcoming committee. I love it. I love our patriots. One of the signs says you can lie on CNN, but you can't lie here. You got the Trump abort salesman. And then I think there's this one. Newsom, your state is a mess and you want to ruin our country. No way. Look at California run with toxic leadership. So God bless those patriots, man. We're going to have to get out to one of these as the campaigns kick off. And when they go to Pennsylvania and they go to these places, we're definitely going to be at one during our travels. And that will be epic. Again, we're doing a lot of work getting really hardcore criminals out of the communities. And yes, there's people that, oh, they didn't murder anybody. They just got a DUI. Oh, they've just been doing identity theft and lying and not filing taxes, you know, all these things. But check this out. This is from Bill Malugan, or this is from Allie Bradley, I think. Allie Bradley, I think it was. Okay, we should be back. Had a quick glitch. This is from Allie Bradley. Check this out. ICE in Nebraska arrest MS-13 kingpin wanted for multiple murders. He is one of El Salvador's top 100 most wanted. It says release via ice.gov, Omaha, Nebraska. U.S. Immigrations and Custom Enforcement arrest a high-ranking member of the violent MS-13 gang listed among El Salvador's top 100 most wanted fugitives. The Salvadorian national is a criminal illegal alien and high-ranking MS-13 gang member wanted in El Salvador for the aggravated homicide of 5 victims, attempted aggravated homicide, deprivation of liberty, and terrorist organization affiliations. The criminal alien was apprehended alongside MS-13 associate he was residing with and who was also in the United States illegally. The associate, Rene Saul Escobar Ochoa, 30, is a criminal alien known MS-13 gang member and foreign terrorist also wanted in El Salvador. Escobar Ochoa is accused of giving orders to fellow gang members to commit a variety of crimes, including multiple homicides, extortion, imprisonment, and drug trafficking. When ICE agents move in to make an arrest, it is extremely important that the public does not interfere, said acting ICE Director Todd Lyons. The misinformation and sometimes blatant lies being spread around the country could result in someone stepping into federal operation and suddenly finding themselves face to face with a killer who has nothing to lose. Both individuals were arrested without incident in a targeted enforcement action. They had embedded themselves in the Omaha area where they posed a severe threat to safety and the local community. These illegal aliens didn't just sneak into our country, they brought with them a legacy of violence, terror, and death. So check this out right here. Show you some videos.
Open the door from outside. Open the door. Open the door. Step out. Get out of the car. Step out. Step out of the vehicle. Step out. Get out. Undo your seatbelt. Get back here. Get back here. Walk to me. Come on. Step back. Walk back. Walk back. Walk back to me. Keep on coming. Keep on coming.
Your free ride is over, sir.
Come on back. Stop. Do I move?
I think there's a couple.
Move up on your right. That target, Melvin. Three shots.
I don't know about you folks, but I voted for this. I voted for this. Absolutely insane. Now, yesterday we also covered this, and I want to really highlight the importance of people understanding where your tax dollars have been going and why Democrats are so hell bent on getting funding for NGOs. But breaking news: Border Patrol released the names and photos of the suspects accused of using devices to spike their tires, their vehicles in LA. We covered that. We showed you that they used devices to puncture the tires on ICE vehicles. It says the suspects were in possession of a tote bag with what? Chirla, Chirla, branding on it that had more spikes in it. Chirla is the major anti-ICE activist network in LA, and it has received $34 million in taxpayer funding. Law enforcement sources tell me that one of the suspects is transgender. Who could have been? Oh my God, I'm shocked. They are all now facing felony charges in trans terrorism, guys. We got the shirt on the website, by the way. And here is the Border Patrol's post right here. We'll show you these terrorists. It says Border Patrol agents arrested clockwise from top left. Hanaro Ernesta Ayaya, age 43. Jude Jasmine Janine Allard, age 28. Sadat Harnica, age 54. And Daniel Montenegro, age 30, for interfering with federal agents conducting an immigration enforcement. It says they are also facing felony charges for placing homemade tire spikes to disable law enforcement vehicles. Anyone who interferes with our lawful mission will be arrested. The case is being reviewed by the U.S. Attorney's Office. All individuals are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Let's take a look at these winners. Wow. It's going to be a long time in jail, hopefully. I'm praying, man. And if you look, they had those tire spikes that they were using to disable law enforcement's vehicle. And then there's the bag, Chirla, again, getting your tax dollars. That's the network that does a lot of these anti-ICE stuff in Los Angeles. And just yesterday, I just wanted to point this out. Just yesterday, when Karen Bass was speaking, we covered that and what she was saying. She's also suing the Trump administration, suing the federal government because that they're doing their law enforcing immigration laws. And let's take a look at what the hat is right behind her. I don't know how many of you see that. Let me pull this up and see if I can move this really quick. Look at what that says right here, guys. Look at what that says. In her press conference, this is the group, again, anti-American group that was funded, another group that was funded off your taxpayers' dollars to really destroy America. And there's an investigation, I believe, going into those by the U.S. attorney here in California. And hopefully we get some arrest. Hopefully we get some arrest. Here's another fake news story. I'm going to show you this really quick.
And tonight, this video of a violent arrest in Ontario. We're told this man, who may be a gardener.
You're going to get
And tonight, this video of a violent arrest in Ontario. We're told this man, who may be a gardener, saw ICE and ran into the office of a surgical center before this incident. Employees would not tell us anything on the record, but they did say that everyone was shaken over the encounter.
You want to hear the truth to this? This was actually another targeted arrest. It says, and I'll put it up on the screen for you, the fact ICE officers conducted a targeted enforcement operation to arrest 2 illegal aliens. Officers in clearly marked ICE bulletproof vest approached the illegal alien targets as they exited a vehicle. One of the illegal aliens, Dennis Guellen Solis, who is from Honduras, fled on foot to evade law enforcement. He ended up near the Ontario Advanced Surgical Center where hospital staff, listen to this, they should be arrested. Hospital staff assaulted law enforcement and drugged the officer and illegal alien to the floor. Then the staff attempted to obstruct the arrest by locking the door, blocking law enforcement vehicles from moving, and even called the cops, claiming there was a kidnapping. So I don't know about you, but whatever you can do. What was it again? Ontario Advanced Surgical Center. I would go put them some reviews out there and let folks know if you want to be anti-American, you shouldn't be doing business. Take away their business license if they're obstructing law enforcement from doing what they should. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous for those people. Just absolutely nuts. Let's see if we had anything else. I think that might have been it for today's show. Look at that, 1 hour, 12 minutes. Let me see if there's anything else that popped off really quick. Oh, everybody's talking about the 14th Amendment. Again, the 14th Amendment that was created for slavery and the child of slaves. So you have Jasmine Crockett here. Take a look at this. And Nancy Pelosi did it earlier. I read like 5 posts. The 14th Amendment was ratified today in 1868, guaranteeing equal protection under the law. 157 years later, Trump is trying to erase it like it was a typo. No birthright citizenship, no due process, just Trump doing what he does best, breaking the law. Once again, this was not for anchor babies or for people traveling from Russia, Europe, Spain to come here, overstay their visas, have a child, and then that child gets citizenship. That was not what it's, the Supreme Court will hear this and finally make a decision in October, and I can't wait for it. I cannot wait for it. Let's see what else we got. A lot of fake news. Let's see. Is this another video, the one in San Francisco? Yeah. I think, no, this is an older one. Watch the chaos that arose from a violent anti-ICE agitators in San Francisco. This behavior is not protesting. This is from U.S. Immigrations and Customs. Look at all those jihadists. Just scream Allah Akbar and crack them. Aloha snack bar. Aloha snack bar. So this is what the left and Democrats are calling peaceful protest. This is an attack on our federal enforcement. This should raise your blood pressure, what you're seeing here. I don't know how they are not doing more. This was outside of that van we watched. And you know what's incredible is we don't have Democrats talking about how those protesters, not only were they jihadists in the United States of America, which we need to deport them, but they were wearing masks, and not one Democrat has a problem with that. Why were they doing that? Because they're criminals. Not because they're worried about being doxxed. They're worried about going to jail for breaking the law. Just insanity. Let's see if anything else is here. San Francisco. Here's more of that same. Here's a longer video. I love those screeching from those cockroaches. Start cracking skulls, guys. Start cracking skulls. Just absolute insanity. Once again, guys, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. If anything breaks tonight, won't be live until about 8 o'clock Pacific. But we will be around the studio after 8. So if anything breaks worth going live for, we will let you know. We are 100% viewer funded and want to thank all of you for your blessings, keeping us on the air, helping us pay for the cell phones, the data, the lights, the camera, the action. We want to say thank you. It's a blessing to know that you guys donate to us. It is the beginning of the month. We're trying to get those bills taken care of. If you guys want to help out, you can donate to Venmo at Oreo Josh, Cash App, $ Oreo Army, GiveSendGo.com/Oreo 2024. And if you do mobile or online banking and want to do a Zelle transfer, our Zelle link is on our website. Our website is theoreoexpress.com. And you go there, you scroll down our homepage, there's a donate now button with those links. Once again, thank you guys all for joining us. Hit that like button on the way out if you haven't yet, and make sure you share this out to everybody. Not everybody knows it. Wherever you're at, text it to your friends. And if we don't see you later tonight, we will definitely see you tomorrow at this morning was a little early. We seen on our first show was at 9:30, but on average it's 10 a.m. But we had a long show this morning, so we started early. So again, we will see you tomorrow, and want to say thank you to everybody. We will see you soon. God bless.
You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. You know, I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets.
I'm interrupting this commercial to do something I've never done before. Get 2 MyPillows absolutely free on orders of $100 or more. I can't do this forever, so get on board with this great sale today. Our best-selling 6-piece bath towel sets or kitchen towel sets, just $29.98. Our famous standard MyPillows only $14.98. Queens $18.98. King size only $1 more. Body pillows $29.98. Multi-use MyPillow 2.0s with pillowcase $9.98. Save $40 on our Spring Percale and Giza Dream bedsheet sets. Any size, any color. So go to MyPillow.com or call that number on your screen. Use your promo code to save up to 80% on all MyPillow products. And when you spend $100 or more, get 2 standard MyPillows absolutely free.
Well, hop aboard the Oreo Express, where truth don't hide and we don't second guess. Unapologetic, we're bold and we're loud, shining light on the left shady crowd. Oreo Express, rolling down the track, exposing the lies, ain't no turning back. Conservative fire, we're speaking the truth. At Oreo Express, this one's for you. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express, let's roll, let's go. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express, let's roll.